Welcome to Crystal Water Tarot for another general reading with a pick your cards. Let me go ahead and lay out 3 cards. Then we'll be using some dice and some runes to select a card. So for pile number 1, we have patience. For pile number 2, we have step back. And from pile number 3, we have dependence. And I will read these further once we get into the readings. And for the dice, for pile number 1, we have the number 10. For pile number 2, we have the sign of Mercury. And for pile number 3, we have the sign of, I believe it is the sign of Virgo. And let's grab a rune. We have this is the sign of elements, nature. Something's going to happen, destructive forces. Something's coming in that's going to be a little bit maybe forceful. And then for pile number 2, we have the sign of compulsive, necessary, pain. Something that's going to be necessary. Something that you're going to have to go through. Necessity. And then we have the sign of communication, journey, reconciliation. So please go ahead and select a pile. And then we will go ahead and get started. Thank you. Okay, welcome back to Crystal Water Tarot, pile 1. So you have the card of patience. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. And these are new cards, and I just love the colors of them. And this is a little badger, I believe it is. And then you have the number 10, which I'm thinking, again, it matches the colors beautifully. I'm thinking October, and that's the month that this video is being recorded in. I'm also thinking 10 days, 10 weeks. I'm also reducing it down to 1, so it could be 1 person, a specific day for some bizarre reason that came into mind, maybe the 10th of the month. So that's just coming in for the number 10. And then we have the rune, I believe it's pronounced Hagalas. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's destructive forces of nature, element, basically things that bring disruption into your life. So, and that could be needing why you need patience right now. Maybe things aren't going the way that you want them to. Maybe there's something happening around you that you can't control, and you're just being asked to have patience around this situation. So let's go ahead and let's start with some tarot cards. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. I'm going to push this off a little bit, but so you can still see it. We have the shadow side, which is also the Devil in reverse. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. And we have the King of Wands in reverse. So I'm getting the sense that you're letting go of something. With the Devil card, you're letting go of something that may be bad for you, that may be not in your best interest. You may be changing something about yourself, maybe changing something about your environment. You may be rejecting something. You know, normally you look at things if it's not reversed, if it's upright, it's you're seeing things a certain way. You're seeing things as being maybe half empty rather than half full. But in this sense here, I'm getting the sense that you're starting to change the way that you see things. You're starting to realize that maybe if you start to see things in a different way, if you start to handle things in a different light, things may start to progress. Things may, like maybe having patience. Because maybe in the past, like the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, you know, like the Queen of Wands in reverse, you know, when she's upright, she's creative. She's, you know, for people, and the King of Wands too, they're very creative. They're like for others. And when they're in reverse, I'm getting the sense that they're very self-centered. They're very much about themselves. They're very much about ego-driven. The Queen is very much about being in control. I'm thinking ruling people. You know, it's my way or the highway. Self-centered, which I mentioned before. And so I'm seeing that maybe, like with the patience, maybe you're working on having patience. Maybe somebody around you is, you know, is that type of a person where it's either about them or it's no way. And you're maybe being asked to have patience with this person. So whatever this scenario is, you're starting to see a new light on it. You may be being asked to have patience with this person. But whatever this situation is, I'm definitely feeling that we're dealing with somebody that is very self-centered. It's all about me. You know, I'm also seeing somebody that's drama, that is very, you know, if you try to have a calm day, for example, they're going to disrupt it somehow. And that's where I'm thinking this card here of disruption is coming into play. And then I'm also coming back to the number 10 when I said reduce it to 1. Maybe this is one person in your group. This could be yourself. It could be a number of scenarios. But I'm just feeling that you're just kind of like, you know, you're starting to see the light. And if it is your stuff, you're starting to maybe walk away from this type of behavior. You're just like, you know, I'm realizing that maybe it's not all about me. Maybe I'm starting to see that there's a bigger picture at play. And maybe if this is about another person, maybe you can help them see that there's a bigger picture at play. It's not always about one person. There's a whole, and we're only part of that whole. So now we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords, which we have theft. And just so you know, I do not read these specific tarot cards, I do not read in reverse. Then we have the Three of Wands, preparation. Then we have the Four of Wands, freedom. And we have the Emperor, angel of wisdom. So I'm feeling that whatever this is, that theft, maybe if it was you that acted this, if it's you that's changing your behavior, maybe something had been taken from you which had caused this type of behavior. If it's somebody else, maybe they had taken something from you. But or maybe it was this shadow self that maybe kind of showed you an illusion of, you know, who you were. There's something there. I'm not getting that. I'm not really feeling that there was anything really taken in the sense of stolen, but I'm feeling maybe this sorry about my dog chewing on the bone. But I'm really feeling that the sense of taking your spirit, taking something from within you, basically taking, if this is another person, maybe because of the way they treated you or the way that they acted around you, maybe if they put you down, they stole some of your spirit within. Preparation. Maybe you're actually moving away from this person. Maybe this person is somebody who is family, friends, and you're working your way away from them. Maybe this is somebody that you work with. But whatever this is, I'm sensing that maybe you're preparing to talk to them. Maybe you're preparing to find a way to work away from this behavior. If it's yourself, maybe once you get away from this type of behavior, you're going to free yourself from it. You may need to talk to somebody who has more wisdom. Maybe, again, if this is somebody that you are around who is acting like this, maybe someone can shed some light on the situation. Maybe somebody who has been around this person some more, they might have more wisdom as to why this person acts this way. If it is yourself, some people may just kind of give you a heads up, as in, did you know this? Or maybe if you just ask somebody, am I really treating people this way? They might be able to give you some words of wisdom. Maybe when you're working, when it talks about patience, maybe when you're actually working with some people, or you're trying to help people, or just day to day around people, maybe you don't have as much patience with people as what you need, and that's where this is all coming from. And just a quick check-in, that can be words of wisdom. So let's go ahead and get some oracle cards, and we have, it's card number 41. It's safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. So if this is, if this is describing maybe some pattern of your behavior, you need to know that the people around you love you, and it's safe. If you are, maybe the way you act sometimes is a defense mechanism. Maybe the way that you maybe put up a wall, and maybe the way that people perceive it is something totally different. And so you just need to know that those people that are closest to you, your family, they love you. And so you should be able to feel safe around those people. Your close friends, you should be able to feel safe around them. Life is an expression of you. Life is more than existing. And this is card number 1. As I mentioned, number 1. So again, if this is you and you're afraid of how people perceive you, or or you want to start changing, you can express yourself, but you have to understand that you are more than just one way of living. You are more than just the way a certain group of people see you. So what I'm sensing is maybe you're trying to impress a certain group of people, so you act a certain way. Or maybe if it's another person, it could be the same thing. Maybe they act a certain way, so they they're trying to impress you, or they're trying to fit in with a certain group. But life is an expression of you. Life is more than just existing. You have to feel comfortable in your own skin. You have to feel safe wherever you are. And if you have to put on a performance to fit in or feel safe, then that's not really, that's existing, just to have to keep putting on a performance. And you should be able to feel safe, and you should be able to let go right where you are. Netcaster, card number 42, interesting because we got 41. Preparations come to fruition. So maybe you've been doing some work on yourself. Maybe you've been doing work, if this is with another person, maybe on trying to help them in your own way. And you're going to start seeing that. If it's yourself, you're going to maybe start seeing people start coming towards you. And they may say, you know, oh, you're looking different. And sometimes when you make changes with your personality, or when you start talking differently, people see a change in just the way you smile. They see a difference in your confidence because you're not holding yourself so tight, you're not as defensive, and you're not waiting for the next shoe to drop. And then number 6, cosmic wound, the divine feminine. You know, you're feeling, and what I get a sense of here is that you're feeling safe. So wherever you may be, or whatever you may be doing, you're beginning to feel safe with what's going to be happening. So it's coming around. Your patience is going to pay off in whatever the situation is. But again, I'm having that same sense that it has to do with somebody's attitude, with the way that they treat others, or with the way maybe you treat others, but you're changing. You're changing the way you see yourself, and you're changing the way you see others. Access your deep feminine intuition and allow new possibilities to flow. So you or someone is allowing the new possibilities of the way you talk to people, of the way you handle yourself, of the way they handle themselves, of the way the interaction is. Cut away dense energy that holds you back from your goals. Trust in the process of divine timing. You know, this is, as we go through life and with everything we go through, it's a process, and it's all about timing. It's about how we interact. It's about how we treat ourselves, and it's about how we treat each other. And we do need patience. We need patience with ourselves, and we need patience with others. Control. Link your own constellations and take control. Replenish. The sun will rise and we will try again. So even if you try and it doesn't go the way you want it to go, something happens. And if this is something that you're working on, because, you know, sometimes people tell me sometimes I'm too controlling. And I work on that, but some days it just pops back out again. That's okay, but you just keep trying. And if somebody around you is very controlling and you're just kind of edging your way to being free of that, every day it's one step in front of the other. So let's go ahead and get a couple of charms. We have the elephant, and that I'm thinking memory. We have dolphin, and with dolphin I think of water energy and I think of love. We have the skeleton and the crossbone, and that there I think toxic, like we had with the devil energy, but I'm feeling with that you're letting go of that toxic. So whatever this toxic energy is, you're working on it, whether it be something about yourself or something about others, you're working on it. You're working on cleaning up that energy. You're working on bringing love back into the situation, and with the butterfly, you're working on transformation. So thank you for joining Crystal Water Tarot. Please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment and please join us again. Thank you. Okay, welcome back to Crystal Water Tarot, pile number 2. So let's go ahead and get started. So the card that you chose was Step Back. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. This card here reminds me of the Fool card in the tarot deck, because this is it's like you've been on a long journey, and right now you're almost ready to take that leap into something new, but you're questioning it. You're wondering, and right now you're being asked to take a step back. And you're being asked to just kind of look at everything before you make that final leap into doing, even going forward or whatever the case may be. You're being asked to just kind of review everything. Take a really good hard look and just make sure you've got everything into focus. In this long journey with this ruin, I'm getting the sense that in this long journey, you've gone through a lot. To get here, it's been a necessity. You had to go through it to understand what you need, and you've had to go through it to gain the perspective that you need. And with the symbol here, which is the Mercury, I'm going to read a little bit about the Mercury. And the Mercury talks about the desire to share ideas. It talks about wanting to maybe educate, formal or informal, but it also talks about communication. So with that, I'm sensing, and what comes to mind is that you want to be heard, you want to be taken seriously, you want to move forward. So that's kind of what I'm getting with the Mercury. But and you want to move forward in life. You just don't want to go back, and you don't want to stay where you are. So let's go ahead with some tarot cards. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. We have the Star. And we have the Six of Swords in reverse. So what I'm getting here is that you have wanted to do something. You have wanted to maybe go to school. You have wanted to move forward and do something, but for some reason you are unable to. Now you're gaining with the Eight of Swords being taken in reverse. I'm getting the sense that you are gaining control of your life. You are seeing that you can come into it. You're getting hope with the Star card. You're just grasping for that hope. But yet with the Six of Swords in reverse, you're still kind of going back to the Eight of Pentacles in reverse of you're kind of like wondering, is there really hope? Is there really a way out? So you're really sort of kind of wondering, can this really be possible? Is it really possible that I can really do what I want to do? Can I really do what other people do, or am I just going to be stuck? You've worked hard in your life, and that's what the Eight of Pentacles also speaks to. You have worked hard in your life, and now it's time for you to take that chance. It's time for you to take that leap of faith. But again, just make sure you're ready. Make sure you have a plan. And don't lose the hope. Everybody has doubts about where they're supposed to be going. Everybody has doubts because maybe people around you may be kind of questioning you, and that's fair. And that's where that taking the step back and evaluating your situation, making sure maybe you have a plan or something, that is totally justifiable. And again, everybody has self-doubts. Everybody doubts, if I do this, if I do that. Before you make that leap, everybody questions whether or not what's going to happen. So that is totally reasonable. So we're going to read the next, we're going to play out some more tarot cards. Please know that these tarot cards I do not read in reverse. So then we have the Knight of Wands, the action card. It's time to take action. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Magician. And we have the Emperor. So in this here, it may be time to take action, but take action when you're ready. Don't do it before then. Don't feel pressured that you need to do something before you're ready. Before maybe you need to get your plan in place. Maybe whatever this is, maybe you need to make sure you have all your resources before moving ahead. Maybe you need to speak with somebody who has information about what you want to do. But start taking action. And action could be as simple as making your plan, finding out, you have, to me, the Ten of Cups means home, but it also means happiness. It also means finding your place. Home can mean a lot of different things. Home can be the place where you live. Home can mean the place where you feel safe. So home can mean a variety of different things, but it also can mean, to me, it also means happiness. So work on getting your resources. If what you're working on and taking that leap of faith, that you're taking that step back and you're evaluating your situation, it could be that you need to get your resources. Maybe you're going to go back to school. Maybe you're going to do some informal training. Maybe it's going to be, maybe you're going to take a trip. Maybe you've always wanted to see the world and you're going to backpack around a specific place. And maybe it's just getting your plan in place. Maybe somebody else has done that and you're going to talk to them. Don't know where that came from, but for some bizarre reason, something about backpacking around a specific area. So, but again, just talking with somebody, getting their knowledge. Maybe you want to open up your own business doing woodworking and there's somebody that's already doing that. Again, talking with somebody, making sure you have the resources or finding out what resources you need to have. That could be part of the plan. Then we have card number 4, stay the course. You are moving in the right direction. If you start taking action and you start just kind of pulling things together, evaluating, taking it step by step, you've taken that step back. You've evaluated where you're headed. You know where you're headed. And now you're putting the action, now you're putting the plan into action. And you're just going to stay your course. You're heading in the direction that feels right to you. And at any time, if it starts not feeling right, you can change that course. That's up to you. Then we have card number 11, be authentic. Your way is the only way for you. Again, and any time that the path that you have chosen for you, if it doesn't feel right, you can change it. Because if it's not right for you, then if it's feeling uncomfortable, if it's feeling not the way it needs to be for you, you need to change it. Because you only have one life to live. And that's what you need to do. Then we have card number 32, jeweled web, connectivity. Again, connect with people. That also reduces to 5. Connecting with people. That's what I think with this one. Maybe if you are, for example, traveling, if you are going back to school, if you are going to learn a trade informally, connecting with those right people that have that information, that can also be a way of resources. So just connecting. And jeweled web, those pieces of information are like jewels because it's information that you do not have. Card number 35, lost compass, getting back to integrity. So if for some reason, again, you feel lost, you feel that you're on the path and it's not feeling right for you, and you've lost your way, go back take some steps back. Again, there is no wrong in taking steps back if you feel that you have lost track, if you feel that you're lost on your path. There's no wrong or right to this. The only thing that could maybe be wrong is if you're not true to yourself. Then we have honor the magic of the land, be nature's friend, and an ally, assist in the recreating Mother's Earth original garden of pure wonder. So as you move wonder here, living is pure wonder, taking steps, finding things, creating things, just going through life and just enjoying it. That's a wonder. Cut away the dense energy that holds you back from your goals. Trust in the progress of divine timing. Trust in the process. Even if you need to take a step back multiple times, it's a process that you're going to go through. It's a step by step. You may take a step back and you may have to reevaluate again, but it is a process that you must go through to get to where you want to go. Singularity, you are your own sun, moon, and stars. So this tells me you have those resources which you may need to talk to people, and you may need to discuss things and that sort of thing because they have information to share. But you're your own self. Depend on yourself. You use your gut because you also have information within you. Destiny, it is not in the stars but in yourself. You can guide yourself. You know what you want, and you know where you want to be, and you know how you want to do it. You can be your own guiding light. Let's go ahead and let's grab some charms. Okay, we have a guitar. You may like playing music. Maybe this is talking about you want to sing. You want to do something. We have a crown. It could be a crowning moment. Maybe you're going to feel that moment of pride comes to mind. The peace sign. You're going to find peace within you once you identify what you want and how you want to move. This is a cat. And what comes to mind, it's a cat. What comes to mind with this cat is a cat is independent. They can stand on their own. And then we have love with the 2 hearts. And during this journey, you may find love if you haven't already found it now. Thank you for joining Crystal Water Tarot. Please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment and please join us again. Thank you. Okay, welcome back to Crystal Water Tarot, pile 3. So first of all, I just want to, this here was actually I got this mixed up. This is actually the sign of Scorpio. So your card reads dependence. There's something or someone you are clinging to and it's keeping you from stepping into your light. You have everything you need to succeed and the only approval you need is your own. I love this card with the 2 deer. The mama and the baby deer. Then you have Scorpio, as I mentioned, which is the idea of I create. It's you have your own power, and that's what I kind of get with your own dependence. You have what you need. You can create what you want. And then we have the ruin here, which talks about communication, agreement, reconciliation, and journey. So with this whole thing here, I'm getting that you have the power. Yes, you're dependent, but I feel that you can stand on your own, and you're on a journey, but yet you may want to somehow be with somebody. So this is kind of I'm getting a sense of maybe there's somebody that you want to be with. So this is going to be kind of a interesting reading, I'm thinking. So we have, to start out, we have the Tower card. We have the Ace of Cups. we have the Five of Wands in reverse, and we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so I'm sensing that this is something has happened in your life where you maybe, or you currently, maybe you felt like you've always needed people around you. You've always depended on people. You feel that you, or maybe they always they depended on you. And you were never able to, for whatever reason, whether you depended on them or they depended on you, you were never able to find love. You were never able to settle down. You were never able to do what you wanted to do. And with that being said, you were never able to, you felt like you always needed somebody, or you were always needed, but not in the sense of, in a good way. It was always, I can't do anything without their help. I can't do, I can't go forward because they're going to need me. But so you weren't ever able to live your life, is what I'm getting. So with that being said, I'm getting with this happily ever after, you want the happily ever after card. You want to settle down. You want to be happy. But yet I'm getting a sense you don't want to leave these people behind, but yet you've gone through a lot in your life. And there's somebody specific that you want to be with. There is somebody specific that is standing out in your mind. Maybe this person, maybe you couldn't be with this person because this person is the one that was actually needed by others. Maybe this person was actually the one that was, maybe this person was the one that people depended on. So it held them back. So whatever this was, maybe there was a lot of chaos around this relationship, so you weren't able to be together. So I'm getting a few different things coming in. Please note that this is a collaborative, not a collaborative. Different people are coming into me. So I'm getting a lot of mixed messages. I'm hearing you may be dependent on others, so you were not able to go on with your life. You were the one being depended upon. And then I'm sensing that there was possibly somebody that you wanted to be with who may have been, people depended upon them. So, but I'm also sensing that may be clearing up. So that because you want to be with this person. Because there's somebody definitely at the end of this that you want to be with, that you want to find happiness with. Because you've all been through a lot, and this person you've known, I'm sensing, possibly. But this person you've been through, you've watched each other go through things, is what I'm getting. Maybe you've actually both been going through some things and you've sort of depended upon each other as well. Yeah, that's something else that I'm hearing. So then we have, okay, please also note that these tarot cards that I'll be bringing out, I do not read in reverse. So then we have the Moon card, which is Angel of Dreams. We have the Magician. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the Two of Cups. So what I'm getting here is that with the Moon card, in this sense, Angel of Dreams, I'm sensing that you've had a lot of dreams about how you wanted your life to be. And now with the Magician, you can make that happen. You feel like a lot with the Seven of Swords has been taken from you. But with the dreams and the resources now, a partnership is possible. A union, possibly between the person that you're thinking of. It's possible that this partnership can come forward. It's all going to depend on what their current situation is and whether or not there was a real attraction or if it was an illusion. But you can move forward and live your life. You do now have the resources. If you were the one dependent on somebody, you can move forward. That may have just been what you thought or what you may have been told or how you were led to believe. Or if you were the one or if you had been the one that everyone depended on, you can move forward because there should be resources there to help people. So you can move forward. And whether you end up in a partnership with this person that we referred to here or somebody else, you do have the opportunity to move forward and enter into a partnership with somebody else. So that opportunity is coming forward, if you so choose. So we have the card 27. Be clear on what you want. Put action to your goals. Make them a reality. So here we have like the Moon card, Angel of Dreams. So your dreams, you have the opportunity to put those into reality. But it's going to be clear on what you want. You have to identify what you want. If you don't know what you want, then maybe evaluating the situation, identifying it, taking time to figure out what you want. Because maybe if you've been taking care of people, if people have been at you constantly, and people have just been telling you what you want, maybe you don't really know. And maybe now that you have the resources, maybe it's time to actually figure that out. And then we have card number 11, be authentic. Your way is the only way for you. So again, be clear on what you want and be authentic. Be who you are. Know what you want. And don't keep living how you have been living. Maybe the way you've been living isn't really who you are. Maybe that was just how you were told to live. Card number 53, stranger, curiosity. So maybe the person you thought you were going to end up with or that you wanted to be with isn't the person that you may end up with. Maybe there's a stranger coming into the picture who's going to be somebody that wakes you up, that brings something new to you, brings new experiences, brings something new to your world. And then card number 3, benefactor, grace and generosity. Card number 3. This is so cute with the 2 little hamsters, I think. Maybe this person here, this stranger, maybe they might be bringing you in some resources. Maybe that's how you may be able to move on. Not that you're going to be dependent on them, but they may have something to offer that's going to change your world. Something unexpected is what I'm hearing. Then we have this beautiful little owl card. Never be afraid to voice your truth, as truth comes from a deep place within your soul. Speak your truth. If people start telling you, oh, no, you don't want that, tell them what you do want. Don't be afraid to tell people what you truly want. Let your love overflow. At the end of your life, you will be asked, how deeply did you love? Loving people is okay, and you need to love people, and you need to be loved back. Control. Link your own constellations and take control. If people are trying to control you because you took care of them or because they made you a dependent on them somehow, take control of your life. Take it back. Reevaluate. In the starlight, in the starlit sky, we look for the fallen stars. You know, reevaluate the situation. Maybe again, and I'm going to kind of go back to this person. Maybe the person you thought you wanted to be with isn't really the person you want to end up with if somebody new comes into the picture. Maybe that person, this person here, you know, maybe you need to reevaluate. Is that, if you go with that person, are you going to stay in that same cycle? You know, if you go with a stranger, if you go with somebody new who brings something new to your life, are you going to get out of that same cycle of either being dependent or being dependent upon? So look at that whole cycle thing and reevaluate the way your life is. Let's get a couple of charms. And we have the keys. Actually, we have 2 keys. So you've got doors and opportunities opening up for you. This here just reminds me of a joker in a deck. So somebody who may enjoy jokes might like to bring humor to the situation, who might just like enjoying life. Or maybe this means it's time for you to enjoy life. Somebody may like music, or maybe it's time for you to dance to your own tune. And then we have angels watching over me. You've got angels watching over you. You've got folks watching over you, people who care about you. And that can be both in the living and who have passed on. Thank you for joining Crystal Water Tarot. Please like and subscribe. Please join me again, and please leave a comment. Thank you.